Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name's Em. If you don't know, now you know. Hi. Um so I have not uploaded a podcast in a month. Almost exactly. If this actually goes up on Monday, I'm pretty sure then it's exactly a month since the last episode went up. Sorry about that. I really kind of went MIA. I didn't tell anybody that I was going to not be uploading. I also, in my defense, I didn't know that that was something that was going to happen, but it did. We'll get to it. So, how have you guys been? How was your February? Mine was a shit show. Nobody is surprised, but it's fine. I keep seeing TikToks about people that are like, sorry, it's literally like blizzarding outside. We're supposed to get between like 40 centimeters of snow between today and Monday morning. It's Saturday at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I keep seeing TikToks about people saying that they're like restarting their year in March because January and February have been a little bit of a mess. I will admit they haven't been great. So yeah, we restarted yesterday. Yesterday was March 1st. This is going up on the 4th, but we're restarting March 4th, I guess. And I'm back. The podcast is back. I'm very, very excited that we're back. Yeah, I didn't intend on not uploading for a month. It just kind of happened. I went home for a couple days and I've been having some health issues and also just this is how I keep explaining it to people. I have not felt like a functioning person for like almost 3 weeks. Like my brain feels like mush. It feels like my brain liquefied itself and drained out of my ears. Sorry if that grosses you out. But that's what it feels like. Like it feels like my head has become empty and I don't like that feeling. So we are like finally getting back to a place where I feel like I'm functioning. My health shit has kind of calmed down, which is awesome. Back in the gym, which is awesome. Like everything is just very slowly lining back up, which I'm very grateful for. So how was your month? What did you do? Who'd you see? Did you eat good food? I don't know. I don't know what other things I could ask. Yeah. So I figured, since I already took a month off and I don't know, I absolutely love the podcast. It is one of my favorite things ever. I find it so much fun to be able to just sit and talk for an hour. But I will definitely admit, the new year started and I felt like I had lost all sense of direction that I wanted to go with the podcast. And that sucked. Especially with like me wanting to start YouTube and not knowing like what niche I wanted for each platform, I guess, which I mean, they could be the same. Like I could treat them the same, but I feel like there's a different, I don't know, the podcast has a different vibe than what I want YouTube to have, which also has a different vibe than Instagram. Like everything is a little bit specific and that's totally fine. But with the podcast, I was struggling to find what that niche was, I guess, and what I really wanted the direction of the podcast to be. So, we're doing like a little season 2, I guess. So this is going to be the start of season 2. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if anything's going to be different. It probably won't be. I wanted to have like a little bit of division between the start of the podcast and everything that I talked about in the first couple months and what we're going to talk about going forward. I love my like health and wellnessy episodes that go up on here. They are my favorite. They are what I enjoy most. So I think that's what we're going to stick with on the podcast, is more like your health, wellness, your balance, all of that. Like finding life stuff. I don't know. How do you explain what I'm trying to say? I guess just like wellness and balance content, because that's what I'm really prioritizing in my life right now. So that's what's going to go up on here. YouTube's going to be everything else. YouTube is like, I have a weekend vlog that's hopefully maybe going up this week. It's all filmed. I'm just realizing that I don't really remember how to edit long form content. I'm also using DaVinci Resolve. Is that what it's called? Resolve? DaVinci Resolve. I have never used it to edit anything. In high school, I always used Final Cut. I don't want to pay for Final Cut, if I'm being entirely honest, because that shit's expensive. So I'm trying to like completely relearn how to edit on a new platform, and safe to say I'm struggling, but we're getting there. So that's going to hopefully go up a couple days after you guys see this episode. I don't know. So that's where I'm at, is I love all 3 platforms. YouTube I haven't posted on yet, so I can't say that I love YouTube, but I love what I want out of YouTube. I love what I post on Instagram, like on the gym account. I love it. I love what we post on here. Like, I think it's just, I don't know. I wanted to have more places in my life that I can talk about the shit that I want to talk about, and it makes sense. So that's what we're going to do. So welcome to season 2 of the podcast. I was going to do a whole new profile picture and thumbnail and everything, but quite frankly, it's winter. It's miserable outside. I would love for the new profile picture to be outside. So that might have to wait till the summer. So you've still got me on an orange wall. What more could you ask for? Anyways, so to like kick off the new season, I guess, I want to talk about how it is such a privilege and it's really, really fucking cool that we are able to take care of our health and prioritize our health. Like, that is something that I find so, I don't know, I'm just so grateful for the fact that that's something that I'm able to do. And okay, I guess I should preface this whole conversation started. We had somebody come into work who classifies themselves as a very unhealthy person, and due to lifestyle choices and whatever else, was just in general not a very healthy person. And we had, I'm trying to like say as much as I can without, anyways. They came in the one day when me and my coworker were working, and I don't know, we just had like a really awkward conversation, I guess, about, I'm paraphrasing what they said, but essentially it was a conversation along the lines of they were frustrated and they were like openly talking about how they hated the fact that they, you know, had to take care of themselves, and that health was something that you have to work towards, and that, you know, people aren't just healthy as the baseline, and that it's something you constantly have to put effort into. And I had said that I think that's also really cool, and that it's a privilege, and I'm grateful for the fact that we are able to take care of ourselves and our health. They didn't like that. It started a whole conversation. But then my coworker and I afterwards were having a conversation, and I was telling them that I am so grateful for just the way that my life has led up to this point when it comes to health and fitness. My family growing up, and still now, has always prioritized, you know, a healthy and balanced lifestyle and balanced nutrition and appreciating fitness. Like, my parents did an awesome job when we were growing up of helping us create healthy relationships with food and fitness and exercise. And I am so grateful for that, because so many people I know that are my age did not have that experience growing up. And it was something that, it's hard when you move out and you're on your own to try and create healthy habits and boundaries and relationships with food, like reinventing your relationship with food and nutrition and exercise when you're in your 20s. That's really fucking hard. If it's something that you had a negative experience with in your childhood, that can be really hard. So I will forever be grateful for the fact that my parents prioritized their health and wellness for themselves, but also that they were able to be like role models, I guess, for us. I don't really like that word, but you know what I mean. Like, growing up, we were able to look up at our parents and see that they were creating healthy habits and prioritizing those healthy habits while still having balance in their life, you know? And that was really cool. I was talking to this coworker, and I was saying how I am so grateful for the fact that I'm in my 20s and creating a healthy relationship and healthy boundaries and, you know, healthy habits in my life is something that I'm able to do right now. One of my biggest fears is growing up and getting old and dreading the fact that I did not prioritize my health and mobility and just all of the things when I'm in my 20s and 30s and 40s, you know? Because yes, you can start a health journey at any point in your life. There is never going to be a point that you cannot turn your life around. However, starting that when you're in your 60s or your 70s is a lot fucking harder than it is in your 20s. So I will never, as much as yes, sometimes I get frustrated or I complain about having to go to the gym. You don't have to go to the gym, but you know what I mean. Like going to the gym or meal prepping and all of the other things that I do in a week that benefit my life. I know that in 30 years, I'm going to be so grateful that these were decisions that I made. I'm going to be so grateful that I made sacrifices in my life to benefit myself, both now and long term. And I guess, I don't know. I see where people are coming from when they say that they hate the fact that they have to, prioritize fitness. How many times can I say health and fitness in an episode? But you know what I mean? Like, I get it, where people are coming from. It is exhausting. It can be exhausting. However, it's also really cool. I love being able to push my body to see what my body's capable of. I went to the gym today. First of all, hadn't gone to the gym in like a week and a half because I was horrifically sick, and also, again, brain mush. I wasn't really a person. Finally getting back into the gym, and I woke up this morning, did not want to go. I was so comfy in bed. The weather is terrible. I didn't want to leave my house. But I have to keep telling myself that I will never regret going to the gym. I will regret staying in bed. You know what I mean? So I went, and I had a really good workout, and I did cardio after, and I had a really good cardio session. And I got home, and I was in such a better mood than I was when I woke up this morning. And that's really cool. And that makes it worth it, That feeling, the feeling that you get when you come home from the gym, or when you come home from a walk, or even like, I don't know, just so many things in life are uncontrollable, and that's really scary. Like, so many things. There's not a lot that we can control in life. And one thing that I am able to control is my discipline in waking up and eating the meals that I enjoy, but that are going to benefit me, and going to the gym and going to bed early, like all of these things. It's really cool. Like, I am so grateful for the fact that I'm able to do that, and that my body is able to do what it's able to do, like repetitive sense. But you know what I mean? Like, it's a really cool feeling to know that the work that I put in now and the work that I put in over the next 20 years is going to allow me to live a really healthy and sustainable lifestyle for the rest of my life. And it doesn't have to be 0 to 100. Like, you can find balance. The whole purpose of this is finding balance. It's finding a good mix between, if you want to go out on the weekend, okay, sure, go out on the weekend. If you want to train during the week, fine. Like, finding what works for you and what makes you feel good, and finding the things that allow you to live a healthy life long term. Like, that's really cool. And I know that some people don't see it that way, and if you are the type of person that you don't see it like that, and you don't want to take care of yourself, okay, I don't know what to tell you. But like, when you are 50 and struggling to walk up the stairs, or when you're, 30 and you sit at a desk 8 hours a day and you have issues with your lower back and you don't want to do anything about it, I don't know what to tell you, if I'm being honest. Again, you can make the change at whatever point, but you do have to decide to make that change. You do have to decide that your health and your longevity is worth it, because nobody else can do that for you. I can sit here and say that you should prioritize your health and you should, meal prep or do what makes you feel. I can say that all I want. I can tell you that all I want. It's never going to make a difference for you. Like, nothing is ever going to change in your life just by you listening to a podcast and having somebody tell you that you should make these changes. You have to decide that that's something you want. You have to decide now. Again, that's whether you're 15, 35, 72, I don't know. Like, whatever point you're at right now, you have to make the decision, and you have to want to allow your future self to be the best version that they can be. Because my 30-year-old self is going to be really grateful that I, prioritize my mobility and my health and my joint health and strength training and cardio, all of these things, because it's a lot easier right now than it probably will be in 10 years for me. Because aging sucks. As cool as it is to get old, I want to get old and I still want to feel strong. I want to get old and I still want to be able to live my life the way I want to and do the things that I want to do. And that has to happen now. That has to be based on the things that I am deciding now. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I love it. I love that that's something that I'm in control of. Because again, a lot of shit is out of your control. A lot of your life, you can make decisions and you can make small changes, but a lot of our life is, we don't get a lot of choices about a lot of things. This is something that you have a choice. This is something that you have the power to make a difference in your life. And that's really cool. And why wouldn't you want to do that, And it doesn't, again, you don't have to do it one specific way. There is no one way that's going to work for everybody. For me right now, it's going to the gym and, doing my strength training and functional training and cardio and swimming in the summer, all of these things. That's what it looks like in my life. Oh my God, you guys, can I just, side note, I bought pickleball paddles off of Amazon. I am so excited. I texted every single person in my family and I was like, hey, I got pickleball paddles. We are learning to play this summer. Anyways, so things like that. That's going to be a really fun hobby. That's also an awesome way for me to get some exercise in during the week. Little things like that. That's how much, the littlest thing can have the biggest change in your life. And that's awesome. So whether it's, I don't know, getting up and going for a walk on your lunch break or going for a walk after work or getting back into the gym or starting workout classes or going to yoga, whatever it is, you deserve to have a long, healthy life. You deserve to not only do it for yourself now, but do it for your older self. Do it for yourself who might not be able to. In theory, 80-year-old me, I would love to be able to still be in the gym. Is that always realistic? Maybe not. But I want to try. I want to set myself up for my future so that I can do whatever I want to do when I'm older. And that my age does not become a limitation, because aging is scary. As much as I can say that I'm grateful for the fact that I'm able to age, and so many people don't get that opportunity, it can be scary. The thought of your imminent death, terrifying. So I want to do whatever I can right now to allow myself the life that I want when I'm that age, So I don't know. I think I need to stop talking. I think I don't really know what this episode was going to be about. I knew I wanted to talk about this. I didn't have a ton of direction going into it. First of all, I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you guys for coming back, even after a month off. I swear I won't do that again. I'm trying to get my life back together and get things organized so I feel less overwhelmed when it comes to shit like the podcast. So I'm grateful that you're here. But if you can take anything away from today, anything away from this episode, here's your Monday, what was I saying? Monday mantra, Monday motivation, Monday Merlin. Merlin is the only word that's coming to my head. That's not right, but anyways, if you can take anything away from this episode, you can make the change today. It doesn't have to wait until next week. It doesn't have to wait until a certain time. You can get up right now. You can go put some headphones in and you can go for a walk, or you can go to the gym, or, you can go on YouTube, find a yoga class and do a yoga flow. You can make the change right now. You can make it at any point, but why put it off? This is one of those things that you shouldn't procrastinate. I procrastinate a lot of things in life. My health is not one that I want to procrastinate. And neither should you, because, I don't know. I hope you guys liked this episode. We're back to me rambling for half an hour and probably not making any sense. Editing me is going to hate this episode because I don't think I actually said one full sentence, but I don't care. Thank you guys so much for being here. I am so grateful for all of you that listen. You make my day. All of your DMs and comments and everything. make my day. It's so cool to see that people actually listen to this shit and care about what I'm saying. Here's your reminder. We're on YouTube now. So if you prefer to watch your podcasts, you can go to YouTube. The link will be in the show notes. It's also in the Instagram bio. So you can go watch the podcast. Stare at my face for whatever, half an hour. But yeah, go subscribe to the YouTube either way, because the vlog will be coming out soon and I'm very excited about it. I think it'll be very cute. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys have a good week. I am so happy to be back. I am so grateful that you guys still give a shit about what I'm saying, even, 6 months later, 7 months later? Because that's really cool. So, anyways, that's all I've got today. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a review. It doesn't make a big difference for you, but it makes a big difference for me. And we'll chat next week, guys. Okay, bye-bye.